Okay guys, today I'm just going to do a very quick brief video on how to sell a STIHL unit. So let's pretend that a customer came in and they're interested in this MS250. What you'll do first is you'll go grab the keys that are in the green wooden piece right here. The STIHL key is that little key that's it says 101, and then I went ahead and I put a Sharpie on it with red. So you'll grab this key here, you'll open up this mechanism. Go ahead and pause it. Once you get that open, this slides in and out. So there's like a little handle here. You could slide it open or close. So you slide that open and it'll release the chainsaw. You'll pull this off, grab it by the handle right here. Leave the other one's closed. At this point, we're gonna walk to the back room. Okay guys, so we pulled out the unit that they went for. Let's pretend they wanted this one. It's a MS250. The first thing that I want you to notice is every STIHL unit comes with their own unique, none like other serial number. So this particular serial number is always going to be on the unit. This one ends with a 642, I believe, 462. And that number pertains only to this MS250. But I want you to keep in mind that on display, I have currently 3 MS250s. So every single unit has a bag. That's how we have them organized. And every time we create a bag, we write the unit number on the bag. For example, this is a bag for an MS250. You can see it right here. This is a bag for an MS250, and then I have another MS250 bag here. What you want to do is you want to open the bag, and I'll show you very briefly what they have inside. Each bag has, this is pretty much the ID that comes with the box. When we open up the box and we assemble the unit, we cut this piece out because it's the ID pertaining to the unit. It has the box of the chainsaw, of the chain, I'm sorry, used for the bar. It comes with the manual for the unit. It also comes with the cutout that we cut off from the bar that we're using on this unit. So this is the cutoff. If they wanted to get an extra bar, then I would look at this and I would look up the bar using this information. So I can get them the exact same bar or the exact same chain. And every single unit comes with assembling tools to remove or to assemble. So now that we know what's inside each bag pertaining to their unit, I opened it up because I cannot just come in here and grab any MS2 bag. I have to make sure that I grab the bag that has the same serial number as my unit that ends in 462. So I found it. There's going to be 2 series of numbers. The first one's going to be the UPC, which I'm going to be using to sell the item. I'm going to scan this at the POS. This number over here is the serial number. And it ends in 462. So this is the correct bag. At which point I now have my bag, I now have my unit. Let's go to the POS. Okay, so now we have our unit, we have our bag. We're gonna grab our UPC here. You put the customer's rewards number, you scan the UPC, and it should already be in the system. If at any point the item is not recognizable, that means that the item management team has not inserted in the system, which is a problem. Let whoever is in charge know, and we'll fix that right away. I do want to show you one more tool that will be helpful to you. If you were to scroll down here to the internet and open up the internet browser, I always have the pre-tabs available, one of them being the email for the store. You see this little icon here? That's going to be the Saddlebag store email. If you go to this little apps menu and you go to the drive right here, you open up the drive. There's a lot of information here that I have here on purpose that I work on with the store. But what I want to show you, if you come up here and just type in STIHL, the very first spreadsheet that comes up, it's going to be STIHL ordering numbers. So you can pop that open. And then at the very bottom down here, I have everything that's came in through the store at one point. So I have chainsaws, I have weeders, blowers, hedge trimmers, pole saws, combi, pressure washers, and handhelds. These are all different tabs that are available to you. The reason why I'm showing you this is because if at any point, let's pretend you had the MS250 and it didn't have a price up there and you have no idea how much it costs, then this would be a very fast and easy way for you to look it up. So you would come down here and click under chainsaws, which I already have open, the tab. You would look for the MS250 for unit in the unit column, and the MS250, the price is to the left. The last time we bought it was at $429.99. If you missing it, also includes a UPC. So if you don't have this for some reason, somebody took it or it wasn't included in the bag, you don't even have a UPC to scan. You have the price, you have the unit, and then you have a UPC down here. And this is all different information for the bar. If you wanted to get a bar for it, the UPC for the bar is there. If you wanted to get a chain, the chain for the unit is there. So this is not necessary to sell it, but it's just an extra tool that I wanted you to have in case you needed to get there. If you wanted to look at the weeders, I also have that available there. These are the weeders we've had in the past, and these are the prices. Okay, the very last step. You already got your unit, you found the bag, you made the sale, it's already paid for. The very last step is you have to register the item. If you do not register it, the customer is going to miss out on their warranty. So what you'll do is there's a menu on the left hand side. You'll go to product registration. You'll click that open. You're going to do start. You're going to ask the customer, what is the primary use of the chainsaw that you just bought? And they'll let you know, oh, it's going to be for my house. So you'll do home use. It's going to be for my business. So contractor, whatever the case is, this is just, the customer's answering this question. At this point here, you're going to enter the serial number that you just sold, which is located on the tag, and it's also located on the unit. So you would enter that in there. I'm going to stop right here because I don't want to falsely record or register any product, but this is so simple that it will not allow you to proceed to the next window if there is an error. If I just started putting random numbers, it'll stop you. It's not valid. Something is wrong. So don't be afraid. Just give it a go, one step at a time. After you register the product, after that, to give you a heads up, all it'll ask you is the customer's information, their email, their telephone number, their address, and that's it. It's easy peasy. So kind of going over what we did, we got our product, we got our bag, we made the sale, we registered it. Let's pretend we're done. And I don't know how to turn on a chainsaw. I've tried it a few times and I have struggled, and same with the weeder. So what I do when a customer comes in and I want to make the sale, I will always tell them they have to watch these videos. And I'll go to watch how-to videos. And what are you selling? So in my example today, we sold the chainsaw. So I'm going to put chainsaw. And it has a variety of videos of how to do certain things. So preparations before using your chainsaw, I will show them that one. How, the protected chaps work, preparing your chainsaw. So you see this one here for chapter 9, it says starting your chainsaw. I'll go ahead and click on that one. Make sure the volume is at a good level.
We're going to start work on that tree. So first, let me show you a brief video that we made on the STIHL YouTube channel on how to properly start your saw.
And I won't show you the whole video, but this would be one of the videos that I would have the customer absolutely watch because I wasn't able to operate it. So if he's adamant that he wants someone to start it for him, that could be arranged. Just let him know that, Juan is going to be here, or we can communicate with Jason, our STIHL rep, and give him a call and see when he can get him out here. We can absolutely work that out for them. It's not an absolute no, but most of the time this works really just as well. Okay, so we went over that. Just two more things I want to touch on. We talked about chainsaws over there. Now every unit has the unit number. I would say so this would be H56. It would be on the side of the unit. So this is where you would start at. you would look at what is this unit called. This is called an HSA 45. There on the side, HS 56, we have a BGA 60, and so on. Everything that's opened has to be sold outside of the box. So we've already, all of the must-haves, we've already took them out of the box, assembled them, and displayed them. So that means you would now have to go find the bags. The reason I bring that up is because I do have some items here that we haven't assembled yet, and I want you, if you can look down here, you see how these boxes are ugly color. They're brown, they're gray, they're nothing colorful. It's because they're not supposed to be sold in the box. So at a point there's gonna come a point where we're gonna open them up, assemble them, and we're gonna display them, and it's gonna be the unit alone. And just like these are just the unit alone. Now we're gonna differentiate that versus the boxes that are right over there. Let's just take a few steps back. These boxes are beautiful. They're colorful, they're green and orange. These boxes can be sold as is. So that means that you can literally pick this up. You don't need to get bags or anything because these are already sold as is. And you bring it to the POS, you just scan it where the label is, which I think is going to be on this side. Yeah, it's going to be right over there. And you give the customer the box, okay? So that's the difference between units that are in these gray boxes. This would also have to be assembled. So we would assemble it, put the packaging and the label, the manual, all that good stuff in the bag, just how you saw the bags in the break room. I will show you one more example like this one here. This is an HLA 56. It is battery, and that really has to do whether it's a gas unit or it's an electric unit or a battery unit. Most battery units, you don't need to assemble them. You can sell them in the box. If it's a gas unit, then you must assemble it. I want to show you these as well. These are battery units. They come with the battery, the charger, and they're ready to be sold as is. No bags, nothing. They come in the pretty box. So always keep in mind the pretty box versus the gray boxes.